So at this point, you know, I'm like, you don't got to worry about spending money on me, bruh, because you're blocked. B-L-O-C-K-E-D. Blocked. Hey YouTube, welcome to Let's Try and See with Dina V. And today I have another story time. Yay! All right, so before I get started, I'm gonna need you. You know what to do, right? I'm gonna need you to go on over here and hit that subscribe button. Hit it, smash it, bang it, do whatever you want to it, but just make sure you get it good, right? Subscribe. Thank you. And moving on to the story time. All right, so we are coming to one of the craziest story times that I've had. And I remember when this happened, I actually posted about this on Facebook and I got like 72 comments. Like, I'm not even that funny. So 73 comments, 70 comments, 50 comments is like a lot for me, okay? So let me tell you about it. Okay, so I met with this guy and we actually had went on one other date beforehand and it was a pretty good date. It was promising. He was, how old was I? I might have been 28, 27, I don't know. It was a few years ago. It was about 6 or 7 years ago. But I might have been 26, 27, maybe 28 around that time. And he was around my age. And he was pretty cool, you know. He was kind of chill, kind of quiet. And I'm okay with a guy being quiet. There's nothing wrong with that. Because I have kind of like a bubbly personality on top of that, so I kind of balance people out. So if they're kind of chill and I'm kind of like wild, it kind of balances out in the end, you know? So this is the scene. He had asked me on that first date what types of things was I into, what did I like to do. And you know, I'm a big time roller skater. I'm from Cleveland, so we love to roller skate. We ice skate, we roller skate, we out there strolling and all of that. So roller skating is one of my things. I love karaoke. These are the types of things I really get into. Like, these are my shiznai, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, well, what have you not done? And I was, you know, naming them. I haven't been to a baseball game. I haven't been, you know, on a date horseback riding. I haven't did this. I haven't been snorkeling, you know, just naming all of the random things that I've never done before. So he's like, all right, well, for our next date, I'm gonna do something that you've never done before. I'm gonna hook you up and we're gonna do something interesting, you know? Okay, so he's like, all right, well, we're gonna do something you've never done before and I can't tell you about it. It's gonna be a surprise. So I'm like, oh, a surprise? Oh my God, all right, so I'm down. So what is it that we're gonna do? You know, like, how should I dress? And he's like, you know, just dress cool. You can, you know, dress chill. You can wear jeans, you know, no heels, dress comfortable. So, you know, that's what I did. I had like a little white crop top. I had some jeans and some sandals and I had a little jacket. I will track down that photo because I do remember posting it. And I'll like put it to the side or whatever. So it's really, really cute outfit. I'm a jacket girl. I don't like the way my arms look. You know, we all have our own flaws, you know what I'm saying? So I wore a jacket. I'm always wearing a jacket. Doesn't matter, I'm a jacket person. But so fast forward. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background, okay? For one, to be willing to go on a date and you don't know where we're going, you know, that is dangerous, okay? That means I am putting forth a lot of trust in this young man to come pick me up and take me somewhere I don't know where I'm going. So let me just put that out there that I was already extending a lot of trust with this situation. So moving on. Okay, so the day comes, day of our date, and he picks me up and I'm looking all cute and he was looking all cute and I'm like, all right, we're going on a date. And I'm like, so are you gonna tell me now where we're going? And he's like, no, you know, when we get there, then you'll see. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we pull up to Marlin Stadium. He chose to take me to a baseball game, which I am down. So I'm like, we are going to a baseball game. I get to buy me a hot dog, Cracker Jack, just like the song, buy me some peanuts and crackers. Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we ever get back. So yeah, you know, when it's time to get food, that's what I get. I get a hot dog, I get some Cracker Jack, I get some peanuts. I do the whole nine. I'm like down, right? And the person who took my order, they tell me the price, and then, you know, I look at him and I'm like, all right, you know, I get my food, and we go to our seats and we sit down. So now at this point, he's like kind of like sullen all of a sudden. And I'm thinking he's just like, you know, low-key, not really enjoying himself, but I guess he chose a baseball game because I wanted to go to the baseball game. This is what I'm thinking. I'm not sure what's going on with him. And I'm asking him, I'm like, is everything okay? He's like, yeah, everything is good. And he gives me a bright smile, and, you know, we watch the game. Fast forward to the end of the date, we're driving home, and he's like pretty quiet. So I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, you know, I got to thinking. Uh-oh. So now he's thinking. Anyways, no. It's not like that. He's not like stupid or anything, so don't get that impression. But he says he's got to thinking, and he's like, are you used to dating guys who are like well off? And I'm like, well off? Well, what do you mean? I mean, because when it comes to dating, you usually date yourself in a sense. You know, a lot of people want to date up. They want to date someone who's doing better, or they want to date a guy who's already established. But I personally feel that it's only fair to date someone who has what you have. So meaning, basically, if I have an apartment, you have your own apartment. If I have a car, you have your own car, right? You see where I'm getting this? So I'm college educated, and most of the men that I date are college educated. You know what I'm saying? If they're not college educated, they're still very well spoken and still carry themselves as such, okay? So I'm trying to figure out how to answer this guy's question. Like, what do you mean about well off, you know? Because a lot of the guys that I do date are college educated, so a lot of them who have a college education, you know, pretty much tend to at least do as well as me or better, you know what I'm saying? And so he's like, oh, okay, I get it. And then I'm like, well, why do you ask? So dude breaks and tells me that the reason he asked me if I'm used to dating somebody that's well off is because I didn't try to pay for my own meal at our date. So I'm like stunned, to be perfectly honest. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? I tried to play the hell out of stupid because I'm like, what? Like stuttering. Why would I be paying for my meal at our date? Because it was a surprise date. Like, you didn't tell me where we were going. So why should I have to even be prepared to pay for said date? So he's like, well, you know what I'm saying? I paid for these tickets, and I paid for this, and I paid for that. And I thought that it would have been nice for you to at least offer to pay. So I'm like, all right, well, I personally don't think that it was right for me to pay, or right for me to even try to pay, or even make the motion to pay, or even make any kind of attempt to pay, because this was a surprise date. So what? You're gonna throw me a birthday party, a surprise birthday party at that, and then give me a bill for the cake? He's like, no, you know what I'm saying? I just think that it shouldn't be a good idea for me to be investing this kind of money, and you're not even my girlfriend. You think it's not a good idea for you to invest this type of money on me because I am not your girlfriend. So let's wind this back. So my thing is this, okay? You don't have to spend a whole lot of money on taking me out on a date. We don't have to go to a spiffy restaurant. We don't have to go anywhere expensive. You could have got a blanket, took me under a tree at a park, and we could have sat there and drank Kool-Aid and had a good ass conversation. You feel me? There's absolutely no reason for him to come at me this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, telling me that you didn't want to. I do understand a lot of people don't want to spend, you know, buku cash on a date. oh, drop 200 on a date and I ain't get nothing back, or drop 150 on a date, or even 100 on a date. I'm a cheap date. You don't gotta spend no money on me at all. Like, it's not necessary. I done had people spend a whole lot of money on me, and I've had people spend no money on me, and we still got to a point whether we were gonna be in a relationship or whether we're not, and we're gonna move forward. It doesn't matter how much money one spends. You feel me? So at this point in the game, we were kind of like driving home in like an awkward ass silence. And during that time, I used that opportunity to go ahead and block him. I put him on the block list, and I was like, you know what? I'm completely done. This was like an emotional, frustrating kind of situation where I'm like, damn, if I go accept a date from somebody, should I have to make sure in the back of my mind that I can afford to go on this date and afford to at least pay for my side of the meal? And then I asked him, I said, hey, if you wanted me to pay for my own food, like, why didn't you ask me on a brunch date? You know, not a brunch, not brunch, Dutch, okay? Like, to go Dutch when, like, you pay for yourself and then he pays for himself. And he's like, no. I didn't want to go Dutch. You know what I'm saying? I just thought you should, you know, pay for your own meal. If you thought I should pay for my own meal, sir, then Dutch is what it is. So how can you expect me to do something? You don't even know the definition of Dutch, going Dutch? Like, yeah. Like, I was like, all right, so I'm gonna take a break off from dating for a while until I get on my feet financially and I can at least pay for my own stuff. But in the meanwhile, I called my mom, and I love my mom. My mom is one of the smartest women that I know. And I called her and I asked her, I said, Mom, this is what happened. Do you think I'm a gold digger? And she laughed. She's like, no, Dina, you're not a gold digger. And I was just like, oh, okay. And so I also posted this on Facebook, and like my friends are like, who are these clown ass dudes that you're going out with, dog? Like, what the hell? And I realized I left something in the dude car, so I had to unblock him, and then we had to communicate more. I do have those text messages still because I knew it was gonna be something I was gonna have to put in my book. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put him here. I'll have to edit his name and phone number and stuff out of him just in case I do put it here, but I might. So it might be like to the side of me or over here or somewhere if I do add. But yeah, he was just like really adamant about I was in the wrong and he was in the right, and he shouldn't have to spend any money on somebody who's not his girlfriend. But I don't know how you can get a girlfriend without having to pay for a date. Now, if I ask a dude on a date, yeah, I'm gonna be willing to pay because I asked him on a date. Now, if he says, no, shorty, you don't have to pay, then that's one thing. And if it's a situation, like I also had a situation in the past where I asked this guy had asked me out, and he was like, where do you want to go? We can go anywhere you want to go. And I was like, well, I want to go to a movie, and it was at this really expensive place. It's not called Cine Bistro, but it's another one down here. It's in Boca Raton. It's super duper expensive. Like 2 tickets for the movies is like $50. And so I was mentally prepared to pay at least for my portion of the date because I knew he'd had no idea how expensive that date was gonna be. So yeah, this guy, he kind of had me frustrated for like 3 months because I didn't date for 3 months after that. I was really, you know, hell-bent on making sure that I can afford to go on a date and I can afford to pay for my own meal if I went on a date. Now, mind you, it's a lot of women out there that do go on dates just for free meals, free food or whatever. They go on a date because they're bored or whatever. But I was really a person that was genuinely searching for a soulmate. I was genuinely searching for someone to call my own, someone to fall in love with. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting burned left and right. Like, I personally feel like I'm a really good person. It's very rare where you'll find a dude that genuinely feels like I did him wrong or I did him dirty or something like that. But I was just finding like these lowbrow type dudes that just was like insane, had these crazy ideals. They don't even know what going Dutch means, and they throw me in a surprise date. They take me on a surprise date and then expect me to pay, bro. Like, What is going on? I grew up, like my mom and my parents are like old fashioned, like if a dude comes to the house to pick you up, they gotta come ring the doorbell, you know, meet your parents and all that good stuff. And yo, when I tell you, I hated that. I hated that my parents had to meet every dude that I went on a date with when I was younger. Like, I hated it. And then like, my mom is like really good, like my teenage years, all of those guys that I dated, it was like only a few, but like those guys that I dated, my mom is like cool with them still. Like, bruh, like, why I gotta come home and I gotta find you still talking to my ex? Like, why are y'all cool? Why are y'all friends? I'm not even friends with them. Like, why? I get off topic here. The situation at hand was, young man takes me on a surprise date, expects me to pay, and then decides that I am a gold digger. That's why I'm wearing gold, because I'm a gold digger. But yeah, that's my story time. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a great debate about who should pay for a date, when the girl should start paying for dates, when, you know, why should we be paying for a date, who shouldn't be paying for a date. I know, but my thing is, and I stand by the stance, if person A asks person B on a date, person A pays, okay? End the conversation. Secondly, if person A tells person B, I am not going to tell you where we're going on this date because it is a surprise, you can best believe, person B better not go in her pockets for nothing, okay? It's a surprise date. A surprise. Ugh. That's the end of my story time. Don't forget to subscribe for more insane foolishness. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for rocking with me. And yeah, stay tuned for more.